Some of them are stamped PT, and they all measured up the way they're supposed to. But this piece here is supposed to be 33 and a half, or sorry, 32 and a half, is 32 and 13/16. But there's another one just like it for the other wall, and it's the same length. But then when I got it all together, I realized that they have this space in here for the shelf that's going to slide into this end wall. And they give you, this has a G on it. It's called a gauge block. It shows up here. And it says it's 3/4 inch. But when I measure it, it's not actually 3/4 of an inch. It's 11/16. Now I looked further into the drawing. Turns out the shelving, if I can find it here, the shelving is actually 7/16 thick. Of course I can't find it. I didn't pay attention to the page number. There it is. So when the shelf goes in, you need the gap for that to slip, the shelf to slip in underneath this stud down here. And then there's another small shelf that goes here. So that 6-inch block that I made for marking out my 6-inch centers for screws, I used it instead because I know that the wood going in there is 7/16. So it'll fit in there. Because the drawing is showing us, now maybe I'm stressing about nothing, but right here we see, I don't know if you can see that, 58 1/4 inch to the bottom of the top stud. That's this one here. So from the bottom of the panel to that stud, I'm 58 3/8. I'm an 1/8 tall. And then it says to use that piece there as a spacer, which is supposed to be 5/8, which I can't understand why, for this gap, which would mean that this stud would be significantly higher than I want it to be, or I don't know how critical that is later when we get to putting all these wall panels together. So I did a lot of looking through the drawing. A little bit frustrating, but it's okay. I do believe I'm okay because that 1/2-inch block that I used, I got a 1/16 of play for those two shelves. Excuse me, only being 1/8 of an inch over this. Maybe I'm stressing about nothing, but I just didn't want to get into this and find out the hard way that it isn't going to work. So I just went ahead and carried on anyways. Worst case scenario, I could set the saw, the skill saw, for that depth, flip that board over and shave the top of that stud off if I have to later. But I don't think I'm going to need to do that. So, slow day, but that's okay. I'm going to now fasten this one down to these two. And I'm going to have to store these panels in the tent. We'll just put it all together and truck it over lean it up against the shelving in there, build all the panels, and keep moving along. So I'm going to go ahead and nail this one down and see how it all looks. getting cold. Gets cold quick. But anyways, pretty much out of time for today with this. So we're gonna slide her over onto the forks, move it into the tent, lean her up on the wall. I'll go through the manual some more and figure out what's the next step. It's supposed to be not too bad tomorrow weather-wise, so we'll carry on and we'll build another panel. It's looking like this is going to be a multi-day operation here before we get this all set up, but I think it's going to be good. Oh yeah, what I just screwed in those wall panels, they actually provide a bag of nails. They're 1.5 inch nails. I don't really want to use nails. They're not as strong. Now, if somebody, I don't even know where I got it from. I got a bucket full of them 1 3/8 deck screws. Some of them got paint in the heads and stuff, so they were giving me a little bit of trouble going in. Maybe I should just go buy a couple of pounds of fresh deck screws. Get rid of the struggle. So, anyhow, a little bit of progress, step by step. Okay, that's it for now.